Welcome in, everybody, to part 5 of my Carl Edwards collection. Carl Edwards is going to be inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame in 2025, and I am super happy for him. I think he definitely deserves it. This is my favorite driver of all time, hence why I have an entire series dedicated to him. Once again, this was something given to me by my good buddy Cole, who lives up in North Carolina. He was nice enough to get this for me a little while back. Yeah, this is from 2010, a press pass card. Him in his Aflac fire suit. In the background, you can see a still shot of him in the Aflac fire suit, also at Martinsville. 2010, for the most part, was not a great year for Carl Edwards. Wasn't as bad as 2009, though. The end of the year was where he really started getting his footing, winning a couple races. I remember at Phoenix and Homestead. Don't mind my dog once again making an appearance. But of course, on the back, just giving some info about him and his career, and talking about his father and how he kind of fell into his footsteps and was a quick learner. Obviously, he was with Roush Fenway Racing. So yeah, 2008 was a great year for Carl Edwards. Almost won the championship. 2009 was really bad. 2010, not great. Ended well. And then 2011 came so close to winning the championship against Tony Stewart. And I will never forget that. That was such a tough moment to be a Carl Edwards fan, for sure. I will say, recently Carl Edwards has been making a lot more appearances in NASCAR. If you know anything about him, he retired shockingly at the end of 2016, pretty much just out of nowhere. Still performing very well and almost winning the championship in 2016, and hasn't made a lot of public appearances since then. Hasn't made a lot of appearances in relation to NASCAR since then. But like I said, recently there has been an uptick in appearances in relation to NASCAR. He drove a pace car at one of the previous races. He talked about how excited he was watching the end of the August Daytona race. And I want to say he's about to make another appearance at another race coming up. So it's great to see Carl back in the sport, and may not ever see him drive again, but just to see his face and hear him talking is just really refreshing. Such a stand-up guy, such a genuine guy, and a really good role model and inspiration. And all these reasons are why he is my all-time favorite driver. So, with that being said, I wanted to add some bonus content here along with the card. Cole also got me, once again, a bunch of hero cards. He did a lot of traveling around to different race shops and different events and whatnot. So I just wanted to show you these real quick. Have a Jeff Gordon. It's kind of like a throwback, a retro hero card from back during the Rainbow Warrior days. So this is at Hendrick Motorsports Fan Fest 2024. Super classic. We have Joey Logano, Hunt Brothers Pizza. I just recently saw a video where they're going around asking different NASCAR drivers, if you went to the gas station, what is your snack of choice? And of course he said Hunt Brothers Pizza, which I thought was such a lame-ass answer. I don't even think he gave like a legit answer after that. But there's another one that he got me, a couple of them actually. Actually has some indentation in the hero card, which is really nice, really good quality. We will move on to Carson Hocevar, Spire Motorsports. Say what you want about Carson Hocevar, how many people he's wrecked, how aggressive he is. In my opinion, I think he's done a really solid job in this 77 car, as much as I don't really want to admit it, because I was not a big fan of him coming up through the truck series. I'm not a big fan of these emotional guys who wreck people like it's nothing. He has made improvements, but then at times he'll take steps backward. This is another one. I think this one is really, really cool. I've always been a big fan of this paint scheme. It really reminds me of the old Jeff Gordon Pepsi paint schemes, which I really genuinely have wondered if that was part of an inspiration for these particular paint schemes. This is actually an Xfinity car. Got the rookie stripes. That's another thing about Hocevar is he pretty much went from trucks to cup and didn't even do a ton of Xfinity racing and whatnot. So we'll move on to Cole's favorite driver, Brad Keselowski. This is going to be a King's Hawaiian. Soft pretzel bites. One. Of course, he's going to throw some Brad in there. Always has to. Gotta love it. Next, we have Michael McDowell. This one's a little different. It's kind of like a vertical hero card. You don't see that every day. Michael McDowell. I always kind of thought Michael McDowell seemed like not a super genuine guy. I thought he seemed kind of fake. But after meeting him in person, I thought he really changed my mind on that. I think he's a really stand-up guy also. Nice guy. Definitely can have a temper at times, but he's a solid driver. I mean, Daytona 500 champion. He's actually leaving Front Row Motorsports after this season. Next, got this one. This is going to be Hendrick Motorsports, all 4 drivers. This was the Martinsville race commemorating, what is it, 40 years? What is this? Yeah, 40 years. Hendrick Motorsports, they did all these like shiny red cars, and I'm pretty sure they finished 1, 2, 3, if I remember correctly. I remember watching the end of that race while I was at work. So that might be worth a little something one day. Then I have another one. This one is actually in a sleeve. But yeah, you got, of course, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Alex Bowman. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Actually, I've actually been to Hendrick Motorsports one time back in 2011. All right, so now we're going to do this one. This is going to be 2311, Welcome to Airspeed, with Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick on the front. Bubba Wallace is my current favorite driver. I remember Cole sent me some Snapchats when he was actually inside this race shop, and it looked so nice, so clean, and just so modern, and just really interesting to see those clips. So yeah, the back kind of had some directions around there. Super thoughtful of him to get all these for me, especially the Bubba one. Then the very last one I have here is going to be Kyle Busch. Once again, another Hendrick Fan Fest card. This is back when he was with Hendrick in the 5 car, Kellogg car. Back in the mid-2000s. That is it. Let me get Carl Edwards back in here. Hope you all enjoyed watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.